In this section, we're going to create the targeting ring for our slime attack. Luckily for us, the target ring for the slime attack is very similar to the same target ring for the stink attack. Almost everything about them is going to be identical except for the actual texture used. We use a different texture for each reticule so that the player can easily identify which attack they currently have equipped. I'm going to start by going to the VFX folder, subfolder of my prefabs folder, and locating my stink target ring. I'm going to go ahead and click and drag this into the scene. Now I'm going to rename this to Slime Select Ring. Then I'm going to look through the modules and just confirm the settings. We're going to leave our duration, our lifetime, speed, and size alone, no rotation, with a local space and a scaling mode of shape. Our emission rate is set up correctly with the correct number of bursts. Our color over lifetime will stay the same as well, as will our size over lifetime. The big difference is going to be the material. I'm going to go ahead and click the circle selector right next to our target ring, and I'm going to change the material to select ring. Once that's done, I have to remember to modify the pivot. As you recall, if I were to take this slime select ring and change its position to say 0, 0, 0, the ring is no longer visible. Instead, we need to modify the pivot so that the ring appears just above the ground. So in the pivot property of the renderer module, I'm going to change the Z value to 0.05. Now we can see we have a different material to help the player identify their attack, and now we can see our targeting ring on top of the ground. The last thing we need to do is to save this slime select ring as a new prefab. I want to avoid hitting apply in the inspector view because that's going to overwrite my stink targeting ring. Instead, I'm going to make sure that I have the VFX prefabs folder open, and then I'm going to click and drag this slime select ring down into the project window. It's now a new prefab, and any changes to it won't accidentally overwrite the stink targeting ring prefab.